Hello, I'm Sophie, and today I'm going to be doing another quarantine craft for the Duke Public Library. For this quarantine craft, I'm going to be making a DIY mouse pad. You will need some sort of cork. I'm using a cork round that is a hot pot holder. You'll also need some clear contact paper that you can find at the dollar store. And the purpose of the clear contact paper is to protect whatever you put on your mouse pad. There are quite a few different options that you can put for your mouse pad. You can use fabric and use a fabric transfer, an image transfer, where you print your image, iron it onto fabric, and then you can glue it and pin it on to the back of the cork. You can also try taking a napkin, putting Mod Podge on the cork, then putting the napkin on top, spreading it out really well, and then Mod Podging the back. And the version that I'm going to be using is where I painted my cork, and then I used Mod Podge and put some pictures of my dogs, and it's Bruno, Bailey, and Cheddar. And then I took my Cricut and I made some vinyl stickers, just putting my name and some gold roses on the side. Then what I did was I took my clear contact paper and I put a cover on top to protect my images and make sure that they don't get wrecked as I use it as a mouse pad. So now what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking some hot glue, and if you're not familiar using a hot glue gun, it's best to ask someone for help. And even if you are familiar, it's best to have someone there just in case you burn yourself and need some assistance. So I'm just going along after I cut my contact paper out approximately the size of my cork round. Make sure that you make it bigger so you can have some flaps to cut and then glue over. And it's really the best to glue them. You can just try and stick them. It will work, but I don't know how good it will hold. Probably not nearly as well as when you glue it. You could also use some sort of craft glue if you don't want to use hot glue, but then you'll have to wait for it to dry. So, just going to put the last one on, and there we go. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of burlap and glue it on the back just to cover up where I glued down my contact paper. You can also use construction paper, regular paper, felt, pretty much anything else that you can think of or that you have on hand. All I had on hand was the burlap, so that's what I'm going to be using. Then I'm just going to take the hot glue and glue it around. Be careful if you are using burlap or felt. The glue can go through and you can get burnt when you're pushing it down, so just be really careful when you're doing that. You can put stickers on your mouse pad, you can color it in, you can paint it, you can pretty much do whatever you want. You can take a printed off image like I did, put Mod Podge on and glue it down. So the options are totally endless and it's totally customizable to your preference and however you want to do it. I'm just going to finish gluing that down. There we go. Oops. And as you can see, the glue has come up quite a bit from the burlap because it has the holes in it. So just be really careful and cautious when you're gluing down the back. I'm just going to then put a few little extra drops of glue in places where it's not quite glued down all the way. And there we go. Now I'm just going to take my scissors and just cut wherever there's a little bit of overhang. And there we go. And we have an adorable personalized mouse pad that is easy and fun to make. This would be a perfect gift for any loved one or family member that is in an office, so they always have something sweet and personal at their desk. I think that this is an excellent craft to try. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you give it a try and have a great day.